What's up, everybody? It's Lern from the Rizz Show and KC95, and this is the Let's Go Blues Minute, brought to you by Mid-States Hockey, forging high school hockey legacy. Now here's your host, Jeff Ponder.
Make it 5 in a row for the St. Louis Blues in 6 out of 10 games where they've surrendered at least 5 goals against. Is it just me, or has this season already felt like an eternity? Captain Brayden Schenn gave everything he could in the first period to try and jumpstart his team, seeing a fight turned down early only to score on the same shift, then fight Travis Hamonic later in the period. Unfortunately, for one of the few men on this team doing his job, it wasn't enough and the Blues fell to the Detroit Red Wings by a score of 5-2. The Blues are now 0-4-1 in the past 5 games and have now allowed 44 goals in just 10 games, which is tied for worst in the NHL with 2 teams who have played more games than St. Louis. I told you on yesterday's show to watch out for Dylan Larkin of the Wings, and he did not disappoint. The forward had 2 goals and an assist in the win for Detroit. Jordan Kyrou continues to be one of the few bright spots this season, extending his point streak to 8 games when he scored at 15:36 of the third period. He has 4 goals and 4 assists in that span. Defenseman Colton Parayko had an assist on Schenn's goal to become the 4th defenseman in Blues history with 300 career points. He has a long way to go to catch anyone else, though, as the other 3 are Al MacInnis with 452, Alex Pietrangelo with 450, and Chris Pronger with 356. I also said yesterday that Jordan Binnington needs to be a game stealer for St. Louis, but that was not the case in this game. He made just 15 saves on 19 shots against, diminishing his season numbers to a putrid 3.27 GAA and an .863 save percentage in 8 games played. Yes, he had 1 go off of Justin Falk, a tip in the slot, and a one-timer in the slot that beat him, but you need your goalie to come up big when you're down. Unfortunately, Binnington is playing at the same level as the rest of his team right now. After the game, Brayden Schenn said, quote, "Guys care, guys were trying, guys want to win. Obviously, we know guys are battling their own confidence issues right now. That's just not from points. That's from when you win and guys want to win. You come to the rink expecting to win every game and you're not getting the results. It's tough on everyone. No one wants to deal with that. What I do know is this game humbles you, and we're getting humbled right now. We have to battle adversity, and I know this isn't permanent, and we have to dig in and find ways to get out of it. The best part of this game is you get to come to the rink tomorrow and find a way to get better as a team or individually." Next up for the Blues, thanks largely to a condensed schedule for the Olympic break, the Blues are right back at it Thursday when they face off with the Vancouver Canucks, one of the few teams they've beaten in this young season. They face off at 7 o'clock at Enterprise Center. Let's get to some news and notes. It was announced before the game on Tuesday that forward Jake Neighbors suffered an injury in the first game against Detroit, and he will be reevaluated in 5 weeks. That's a huge loss for the Blues as Neighbors was leading the offense, scoring 6 goals and 7 points in 8 games. But now let's look ahead at the Blues' schedule a bit. As I said, it's a condensed schedule, so the Blues get right back at it after Thursday's tilt with Vancouver. On Saturday, they travel to Columbus and face off with the Blue Jackets, then return home for 1 game to battle the Oilers. On Monday, November 3rd, they play a back-to-back on the road on Wednesday and Thursday, battling the Capitals and Sabres, then return home for 4 against the Kraken, Flames, and another back-to-back the weekend of the 14th and 15th, facing the Flyers and Golden Knights. Of the teams we mentioned, there are some somewhat low-hanging fruit for St. Louis to grab victories, and it may not be who you suspect. The Capitals and Flyers currently hold down the 2 wildcard spots in the East, while the Blue Jackets and Sabres are toward the bottom half of their divisions. The Golden Knights are first in the Pacific with 15 points, followed closely by the Kraken, who have 13 points. The Oilers fall behind them with 12 points, while the Canucks and Flames sit with San Jose at the very bottom of the Pacific standings. It's still early to tell who is for real and who isn't, but one thing is for sure, the Blues need to start piling up some victories before they get buried in the standings.
Wait, Jeff, one more thing.
Let's look ahead to the schedule tonight for JV teams in Mid-States Hockey. Starting at 6:30 at Queenie Park, the Wentzville Liberty Squad will battle the Clayton Greyhounds. Then at 7, Fox takes on the Seckman Jaguars in South County. The remaining 2 games will also take place at Queenie Park. with a 7:45 matchup between the JV Fort Zumwalt West Jaguars and the Parkway Central Colts. At 9, games close out with the Lindbergh Flyers battling the Ladue Rams.
This was the Let's Go Blues Minute, powered by Mid-States Hockey. Remember to catch Let's Go Blues Radio, the original and longest-running blues hockey podcast, wherever you get your shows, or streamed on YouTube and Facebook weekly. Until next time, weirdos. See ya.